The report from Alliance for Affordable Internet, A4A1, which examines the policy and regulatory framework that has allowed some countries to make internet more affordable, accessible and universal, has ranked Nigeria third in its Africa Affordability Drivers Index out of 27 countries studied by the group. Now, following this, the Minister of Communications, Barrister Adebayo Shitu, has signed a renewal of a Memorandum of Understanding with the A4A1 to ensure affordable internet in Nigeria. Now, this was signed, it's a 3-year MOU that was signed with A4A1 with Nigerian Coalition, and the meeting was in Lagos. Now, this is what we are discussing on this episode of Channels Beam. I'm Ini Thompson, standing in for your regular host, Victor Matthias. Well, just before we dive into the discussion for the day, let's bring you the trending topics. One of the trending topics for the week on Channels Television Twitter is the heavyweight title fight where Anthony Joshua knocked Vladimir Klitschko out. Jollof rice was also discussed on Twitter following an interview conducted by Richard Quest of CNN and Nigeria's Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed. The minister's opinion that Senegalese jollof rice is the best got fans tweeting. And now, further discussion on affordable internet in Nigeria. Let's hang out.
Wow. All right. So, thank you so much for having me. When we talk about using the internet in or outside Nigeria, I think the experience has definitely been better when I am outside Nigeria. I am one of the few people who subscribe for a large volume of internet. From on mobile devices here in Ukraine that I live. I think because I use that a lot, I'm always reading on the go, always on the news on the go, and I'm always connected on the go. So I need to use quite a voluminous amount. And I'm talking about getting 5 gigabytes just for mobile device. And to imagine that I can get that at nothing more than at an average of 750 naira equivalent. 5 gig. Wow. So it's not just accessible, it is also very much affordable. Now I came to Nigeria and I tried that. I tried to get 4 gig and I think I got that for 2,000 naira. I'm getting 4 gig in 2 weeks, 4 gig that was meant to last for a year. And I mean for a month rather, did not last more than 2 weeks. So I'm trying to find out how do they count, how do they measure? Because the only thing that will make me finish even the 5 gig that I subscribe for, because I use an average of 3.5 to 4 every month. And what takes me to that extent is sometimes when I'm traveling, I connect my phone. I use it as a router, to my laptop and other devices around, and that's why I use that much. But while I was in Nigeria, the network was poor. It was expensive, and I don't know how they calculate their tariff. I mean, the thing just speeds off, and before you know it's finished. So it's I think internet in Nigeria as it is now, I believe there has been some improvement over the years. We are waiting for more improvement, but as it is now, it is very, very annoying as it is. It was this last Thursday, I was thinking of a business idea, and the idea is basically internet-based. And if only there was a very good connectivity in Nigeria, that idea would provide nothing less than, in its first month alone, nothing less than 5,000 jobs.
Internet has really impacted from what I do. I pretty much learn online. So if there was no internet, I wouldn't be as soft today. And coming up to promoting most of my works, the world is moving digital. Most of my target audience are already online, so it's just better to reach them via via internet. So internet has really impacted, I would say, connection to my audience, and I've been exploring it, and I would say just be blessing to what I do, pretty much.
So do you think your experience could be better? The accessibility of it, the availability of it, or you're just
availability
fine?
of it will make it more easier. I'll share an experience. Like currently, I'm supposed to be in London, and I've been posting it for the past 3 weeks. I'm doing the post-production of my film, Akunde, and the company that is doing the sound is in London, and I've been moving my trip because of the ticket fee. But the good thing is we've been working. We've been in progress for the past 3 weeks, even though I'm not in London. But we're working because I have access to internet. I can send my files via internet to them. They can work and send a product and a worked on file back to me, preview, do my feedback, and still send. That would have cost me a lot of money if I had to travel, and knowing fully well that I have to shut down my business also. So internet has really impacted me. For me, I have a good access. My network has never failed, at least for the past 1 year. The good thing is the market is becoming competitive. So you now have new internet provider coming in. So I think you just have to figure out the one that works best in terms of how much you want to spend on internet monthly, and hopefully the service work within your area. So for me, I've had a good experience with internet access based on my location, and the tariff is very fair.
You know, in general, this region, the African region, is very expensive when it comes to internet affordability. So out of the 51 countries, for example, that we surveyed in our affordability report, there was about 27 African countries. And in the top 10, there's only 2 countries from Africa, and that's Mauritius and Morocco. Actually, not even top 10, because Morocco is number 11. But, you know, the top 20 is predominantly Latin America and Asia for the most part. And the 58 countries are all in the global south. So we're not looking at Europe and America, for example, so we wouldn't compare that. But in general, internet is very expensive in the continent. And so some of the things that Victor is talking about, so it's not just also the affordability, right? It's the affordability, the connectivity, the quality, but also the big part that he touched on is the lack of pricing transparency.